Okay, all right. So today I was working on a video. I was working on making another analysis, another critical analysis, another deconstruction of the Quran, of Islam, and then I was made aware that Ali Dawah and Mohammed Hijab were apparently having this debate with Christian Prince. Um, let me get this off the screen. They were having this debate with Christian Prince, and it was apparently not going very well. I don't know. The debate wasn't really going on. There was nothing happening. They were just talking over each other. I bet people here in the live chat who are joining, who have seen it, know better than I do what really happened, what was going on, how the debate went, and so on. But since I was made aware that that a few words were said about me by Ali Dawah, I went on there to check out what was really said, and I heard that Ali Dawah made some disgusting accusations about me. Which is unsurprising because Ali Dawah and Mohammed Hijab have been doing that for quite a while now. I guess they're trying to trigger a reaction. I don't really want to give them the reaction, but I also feel like this is a good moment to show how dishonest and how disgusting how filthy these people are, how dishonest they are to their own Muslim audience. Let us briefly listen to what Ali Dawah said about me. They briefly mentioned me, and it was quite interesting. So I hope you can all hear this. Let me see.
That's not a normal human being. You have Radvan, a fake clown. I'm sorry, with all due respect, he was going to run over innocent people because the traffic lights were red. Does that sound like someone normal to you? He believes in incest. He believes, I asked him a simple question. Would you have intercourse with your own family members? And he was like, yeah, if the conditions are met, no harm factor. Yeah, what the hell?
Is that what he said?
Yes, brother.
Wow.
He was trying his best. Yes, wow. There's a lot of wows coming today. And then we have Christian boy talking about...
So, as you can clearly hear, Ali Dawah says that we have me, besides David Wood and Christian Prince, whom they consider non-humans. They have me, who apparently approves of incest. That's the biggest point. There are two things here that I want to go into. I apparently approve of incest, and Ali Dawah apparently asked me once whether I would have sex with my family members, and I then answered, yeah, well, if the conditions are met. That's apparently what I answered. And I saw this and I thought, whoa, what the hell? Seriously, what the... I would really challenge Ali Dawah to go out there. I want to make a challenge to Ali Dawah, Ali, or Erdi, whatever your name is. You are seeing this, and all the Muslims who stumble upon this and who have seen that and who are watching this. I challenge Ali Dawah. Ali Dawah, go out there, make a dedicated video, and prove to us that I said that. Prove to us that you asked me whether I would have sex with my family members, and that I said, yeah, well, if the conditions are met. Prove it. Prove that I said that. Prove that such a conversation occurred between us. Prove that such a thing happened. I will tell you, Ali Dawah completely fabricated this. He made this up. Such a thing never happened. It never happened. He never asked me the question whether I would have sex with my family members. At least I don't remember him ever asking me that question. And I never responded to him and said, well, if the conditions are met. He clearly says that I said so. And Mohammed Hijab asks him then, did he really say that? And he says, yes, yes. And they go, wow. He clearly says that if I said that, as if I said something like that. This never happened. This conversation is completely fantasy. They completely made that up. It never happened. Go look for it. It's not there. I can show you the chat that we actually had. I can let it play in the background here if anyone is interested in actually having a look at it. What? And actually having it scroll through the background, and maybe you can take screenshots and read through the whole thing. This is the actual conversation that we had about incest. I will also come to why we had this conversation. I mean, why do we have a conversation about incest at all? Interesting, right? I'll come to why we had this conversation altogether. But this is the conversation that we had about incest. This is not for now. I'm just putting this here so people can take screenshots and read through it later if they are so interested, if they want to find the answer and find out how if Ali Dawah told him the truth or not, the truth or not. But part of the whole conversation is this here. You can actually see very clearly here at this screenshot whether I approve of incest and support incest or not. You will also see here how dumb Ali Dawah is. So really, really, it is hard to believe. Let me turn this off quickly. So we were talking about incest because of an old video that he apparently came across, where I was casually talking with Armin Navabi about whether I can raise a problem to two individuals consensually having sex with each other while they are siblings and they cannot procreate. And I said, well, wait. I said, those are some conditions. I can actually not answer to that. I can't find any reason why we can objectively, by law, say that it is wrong that two consenting adults who are siblings and who cannot make babies, why it is wrong that they have sex. That was a very casual conversation. After that was like 2 years ago or so. After that, some time passed, and I said to Armin Navabi, I actually disagree with that now, because I don't think anyone should be able to have sex if they are siblings, no matter if they are old or young, or if they can procreate or not, because it is harmful to society. It is detrimental to society. So I told Ali Dawah, I said, hey, if you make wild accusations in public about me and incest, why don't we just talk about it? So he sent me a number of questions, and in short, I basically said that I don't approve of incest at all. And he didn't accept that. He didn't want to accept my response because he wants me to say that I'm okay with incest. But I clearly say I'm not. And in the end, we are at this point where I say, where he asked me again if it's okay or not, that a father and a son have sex. And I say, if there was evidently no harm to society, then it might not be wrong that a man and his son have sexual intercourse. That is not reality, however, because there are terrible impacts on society and likely the individuals. And in order to make him better understand that, so what I'm clearly saying here is that it is definitely not okay that a father and a son have sex together, because it is harmful to them and to society. That's very clear. I then go on to make him better understand and say, if there is no God, then do you think it is okay to be an atheist? If you answer yes, this doesn't mean you love atheism. You just accept it under conditions that are unrealistic to you. Same logic. He then responded, I don't know why I had any hopes. He then responded, yes, if there was no God, then you can be atheist. Thanks for reply. You support incest. And I thought, I really thought, what the hell, man? So I said, and you support atheism. Great. So, so do you see the issue here? Do you see the issue here? I'm saying to him, incest is not right because it is harmful. It is harmful to society and to the individuals. So it is not possible to say that incest is not harmful and that it should be allowed. I'm clearly saying it is wrong, and I wouldn't like to approve of it. And I'm saying, in order to better understand it, in order for you to better understand it, let me give you the example of God. You think that if God didn't exist, it would be the right thing to do, or okay, to be an atheist. But since you believe that God does exist, you consider it wrong to be an atheist. Likewise, if incest was not harmful to society at all, then I would say, okay, there's probably nothing wrong with it. But because incest is clearly wrong to individuals and for the society, I consider it wrong. He didn't get this. He really didn't understand this. He's not capable of understanding that. And went on and said, oh, okay, you support incest. I mean, there are two options here. He either really doesn't understand because he's very dumb, and I strongly support this position, or he is he doesn't want to accept that I actually don't support incest, because in his worldview I must be the perverted person, and he has to be able to say this in public about me. That is all this is about. So clearly I don't support incest. Clearly I wouldn't have sex with my siblings or my children or whatever. You disgusting piece of shit. Seriously, Ali Dawah, you make such slander about me. This is a criminal offense by the laws of the United Kingdom, where you live. It's a criminal offense here in America as well, where I live. I challenge you to go out there and to make a statement proving that we had such a conversation and that I said I would have sex with my family members. Do that. Please, Dawah, do that. If you don't want to do that, if you don't have such proof, then please say that you are wrong, that you made this up, that you lied. Explain to us why you lied, because this is clearly not open to any misinterpretation, to any misunderstanding or anything at all. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to prove it or make an apology to it, then I will be forced to start legal proceedings against you for slandering me in front of 2,000 people watching live, or even 4,000 or so combined, because Christian Prince's audience was also there. As we can see, the video that he said, in which he said that, has currently almost 20,000 views. 20,000 people saw it, and he slandered me in front of them. He completely made something up. Let's come to the second thing, actually, that he said. He also said in that video that that I wanted to run over innocent people in the in traffic because I didn't want to wait for the light to turn red. This might sound very strange to everyone. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to run over innocent people and put people in danger and kill them? It sounds very strange because it is very strange, because it doesn't reflect the truth at all. He made that up as well. What he is referring to is a moment of confession that I had about, I don't know, several months ago, in which I announced that I had anxiety and depression issues, that I need to take a break. That this year has been very difficult for me because of my past, and that I need to take care of my own health right now and all that stuff. And in that confession, I explained briefly that I have been having severe reactions to medication. Now, let's listen to it. It is very clear, and you will see how Dawah is again lying about me. This was from a video called The End of the Apostate Prophet. That was several months ago. Listen. Supposed to have a live chat with David Wood at some point, and I didn't appear to the live chat, and he had to explain to the audience that I had my reasons, that he could share it with the public, but that he chose not to share it. What happened at that point is that the second medication that my doctor gave me was also partially an antidepressant, and it had such an effect on me that whenever I was in traffic, I would get these extreme states of agitation and panic at the same time. So I am in traffic, I'm driving, I'm waiting to turn left, and until the light turns green and I can finally go, which is just a matter of 10-15 seconds, I would freak out. I would fight myself not to freak out. I would be afraid of just driving into people, driving into other cars, and so on. That was an extremely terrifying situation. At some point it gets so bad that I just couldn't drive anymore, and I had to sit there and just call my wife and ask her to help me, because I didn't know what was going on. And I don't know, over this whole half year, so it is very clear, right? I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to my own people, to the people who are supporting me, who are appreciating my work, who are expecting something from me. I'm clearly having a moment in which I want to explain how anxiety has kind of messed with me over this past year, and I'm explaining the medical situation. I'm explaining that as a reaction to an anxiety medication that I took, I had a reaction that is called agitation. This is a medical thing. You can ask doctors. You have agitation, you have intrusive thoughts of blood, of rape, of violence, of killing people, of dying, of death, of terrible things happening. And you cannot stay calm, and it just starts being extremely stressful, extremely terrifying. It is a symptom of anxiety. And I'm opening up about that and telling about that, and he's taking advantage of this situation. I'm clearly saying in the video that I'm afraid of freaking out, of losing it, of being terrified, and that I just want to get rid of that. And I'm afraid of the thought of running over people because I just cannot stand still in traffic. This is a very normal thing. Like when you receive medication for mental health issues, for anxiety or depression, for example, the medication will often say, if you have severe but rare reactions like suicidal thoughts or agitation or whatever, then please stop taking this medication immediately and tell your doctor. That's what it usually says. And many people don't understand what that really means, because many people don't have those reactions to the medication. In some cases, like in my case, people have those reactions. I explained in that video that I had suicidal thoughts, thoughts of killing myself and thoughts of freaking out in traffic. And that therefore things went very bad and I had to stop taking the medication and all that stuff. Ali Dawah very clearly is incapable of understanding what is being said here. That is option one. He's very stupid, but there is also option two. Option two is that he's taking advantage of a mental health issue, and so many people deal with mental health. He's taking advantage of a mental health issue that I'm opening up about because I'm so disrespectful about his prophet and whatever, and about his religion that wants to kill me, and is lying to the public, is lying to his Muslim audience, lying to Christians who are watching, to atheists, to everyone, in order to slander me, in order to lie about me, because he cannot deal with me in any other way. In case you missed it before, Ali Dawah invited me to come to Speaker's Corner so he could yell at me and could smash me and crush me and whatever, which is very, very sweet of him. And I rejected that. I said, hey, I will not come to Speaker's Corner. I don't want to be yelled at by you weirdos. But if you so badly want to have an actual intellectual exchange about the things that I'm talking about, then we can have a moderated debate in a neutral environment with the etiquette of a debate. And we can properly debate each other if you want that. He rejected it. He rejected it. And then he went on talking about how he invited me to Speaker's Corner, but I was afraid and rejected his offer. That's who Ali Dawah is. Afterwards, he sent Muhammad Hijab against me, who called me a cockroach and whatever. And I said, hey, I'm not going to talk to you. And afterwards, Muhammad Hijab went really dirty. Here is something about Muhammad Hijab. Muhammad Hijab made a series of tweets about me after I rejected his disgusting debate offer, which he started by calling me a cockroach and my audience sheep. He made a series of tweets about me that I want to read to you. He made the same accusation, the same slander, the same assumption that I was approving of incest. He then went to Twitter and talked about my family, my parents, my sister, who are, by the way, Muslims. So, dear Muslims, please think about that when you read these tweets. Muhammad Hijab deleted these tweets because his Muslim apologist fellows pressured him into deleting these because they would look bad for Muslims. Muhammad Hijab never actually apologized for what he said. He was only pressured into deleting these. Look at this. Muhammad Hijab says, why would this incest-endorsing Islamophobe, again, I never endorsed incest, who may be attempting to sexually lure his sister as we speak, dedicate an entire channel trying to attack Islam, and when confronted for a fair debate, rejects the offer more quickly than his sister would reject him if he offered? Do you see the morally superior Muslim apologist who is supposed to be an example, a moral example to everybody? Do you see this? This is the morally superior Muslim apologist. This is currently the loudest Muslim apologist out there. This is how he speaks. I would never go out and say something like that to you, Muhammad Hijab, because I'm not a disgusting rat like you. Let's go on. That's by far not all. Muhammad Hijab said, since he sees it as morally acceptable, again, I don't, I wonder if the inbred apostate has any nephews, sons. No, I didn't mean nephews or sons. I mean both at the same time. He's trying to make a very stupid joke about incest, again, and about my family members, involving my possible nephews and sons, who are Muslims, by the way. Muhammad Hijab said, instead of pointing the finger at Islam and the Muslim community, a finger he will surely need to fulfill his conjugal obligations, or indeed the incestuous activity he may be engaged in with mommy and sister, the apostate needs to thoroughly review his own morals. This is the most disgusting thing that I have read. Seriously. This is the most disgusting thing that I have read by far that I remember. This is Muhammad Hijab, the morally supreme Muslim apologist. The morally supreme Muslim apologist who thinks he has higher moral standards and we don't because he's a Muslim. And he needs to morally educate us. This is your representative, dear Muslims. This is who is with you. This is who is defending your faith. This is who you are supporting. This is who you are ganging up for. This is Muhammad Hijab. This is the piece of shit that is your Muslim apologist. Muhammad Hijab says, since he sees incest as morally fine, again, I don't, and he clearly knows that, I wonder if inbred Rizvan, he misspells my name on purpose, has attempted to lure his mom into sexual activity. The arguments for deformed babies may put him off actual penetration. But what about using his massive nose as the main instrument? Would that be moral? You know, the reason I don't want to debate with these people, that I don't want to stand in front of these people, is I would probably lose my temper. Do you see this? Do you see the disgusting filth that comes out of these people's minds? These people are morally superior, dear Muslims. He's talking about my mom, by the way, about me in his fantasies luring my mother into a sexual activity. My mother is a woman with a hijab who has been trying to live as a pious Muslim her entire life, and who believes she's doing the most right thing that she could do as a believing Muslim woman. She's trying to explain to me that that without Islam I am lost, and that without Islam how can I have proper morals and can trust in being good and whatever. My mom is a hijab wearing, very religious woman, and I've never seen any filthy stuff come out of her mouth, because she's a woman who really tries very hard to live a very great life. And although I greatly, harshly disapprove of their religion, I harshly disagree with their religion. And I really don't like the fact that we were brought up with that and brought up in sects and whatever. I am really glad that I was raised by such a mother who is really morally amazing and who is also a Muslim. Dear Muhammad Hijab, dear Muslims who are watching this, see yourselves. See yourselves, seriously. Everyone is watching you, and everyone is seeing exactly who you people are. Everyone is seeing exactly why you should never be a Muslim, why you should never trust Muslim apologists. These are only a few examples of these Muslim apologists. If we go out there, I will come to others very soon. Those have been asking for it forever. I'll come to all of you very soon. Muhammad Hijab then went on and justified his disgusting talk, his disgusting attacks against me, by citing an Islamic scholar from a millennium ago. He cited Imam Ibn al-Qayyim said in Zad al-Ma'ad, in the words of Abu Bakr to Urwa, suck the clitoris of al-Lat is evidence that it is permissible to explicitly mention the name of the private parts if there is a benefit which is necessitated by that circumstance. You morons. Muhammad Hijab is here trying to justify insulting my family members and me by clearly mentioning the genital parts. He tries to justify that by bringing up an Islamic scholar who explained that it is allowed to insult people and mention their private parts. Muhammad Hijab and people like him need instructions, clear instructions from ridiculously stupid Islamic scholars, from primitive caveman Islamic scholars, from troglodytes from a millennium ago, telling them that they can insult people mentioning their clitoris, that they can mention my sister, my Muslim sister's clitoris in order to insult me, that they can mention my hijab wearing mother's clitoris in order to insult me. That's what he's trying to say here. Muhammad Hijab is actually trying to explain with a scholar's reference that he is allowed to insult me and insult women, insult Muslim women and their clitoris, which is very funny considering that he talked today also about Christian Prince, who apparently said something dirty about some Muslim girl that he was confronting, which is a terrible act if Christian Prince did that. I'm not entirely sure about what went on there. I would want Christian Prince to make an explanation about that himself. I don't want to get involved in that at all because I don't know anything about it. But anyways, Muhammad Hijab, the guy who accuses people of being dirty and of disrespecting women and whatever, is citing an Islamic scholar's opinion in order to explain that he is allowed to insult me and my mother's and my sister's clitoris and whatever. This is the world these people are living in. This is the world you are living in. You disgusting morons, you idiots, you stupid idiots. This is the world you are living in. I would never. My people know me. You are my people. You are my friends. You are my followers. You are my supporters. You are my equals. You are my friends, my family. Everybody who's supporting me here. Everybody who's watching. You all who have been supporting me, who know exactly that I would never speak like that. I would never ever speak like that about Ali Dawah, about Muhammad Hijab, about any of these people, about any of these Muslim apologists, about any of you. I would never say filthy, dirty stuff like that about any of you. I would never do that about any of you. You savages, you barbarians, you uncultured pieces of... Oh, I would lose my temper with these people. That's why I don't want to talk to these people. You see how disgusting, how filthy these people are. This is your true face. This is who you are. This is the immoral pieces of dirt that you are. You are disgusting. You disgust me. You disgust everybody here. You disgust all the people who see this. You disgust everyone. And all the people who are with me here know exactly the difference between you and me. Just looking at your statements here, at looking at your behavior here, at looking at your morals here. And you really want to convince the world that you are morally supreme. And you really want to stand there and disgustingly, snarkily tell people that we should be respecting each other and we can disapprove of each other's opinions and whatever. All I did was to harshly disapprove of Islam and criticize Islam and deconstruct it and destroy it, and it hurts you. All I did was to point out how morally deprived, morally disturbing Muhammad and his teachings were. Muhammad, who completely disrespects human life. All I did was to criticize your disgusting laws that order to kill us, that you approve of Muhammad Hijab. Muhammad Hijab approves of killing apostates. He thinks it is completely understandable, completely normal that apostates should be killed under Islamic law. He justifies that. He doesn't disapprove of it, he justifies it. He did so several times. He did so numerous times. He can go out there and approve of that again in public. These people justify killing people based on their disbelief, based on their rejection of Islam, based on their criticism of Islam. And what you did in response is to insult me with such disgusting language, with such disgusting attitude. You are filthy savages, Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah. I will come for you. Legally, intellectually, I will come for you. So let's get back on that again. Ali Dawah, you have slandered me, and that is a criminal offense in the country you are living in, that you should be thankful to. You have two options. Prove that you asked me whether I would have sex with my family members, and that I said I would, under circumstances, whatever. Option 2 is go out there and say, I made a mistake, I lied about Ridwan or apostate prophet. We actually never had such a conversation and he never said that. Otherwise, get what's coming for you, because you will be forced to make an apology and you will have no control about how to word that apology. And you will also have to pay for the damage that you have done to someone else's person in public. This is who you are. This is who you people are. All right, everybody. I had to get that off my chest. I really feel disturbed having to deal with these people. Afro Man said Tupac or Biggie. I say Tupac. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. I did this quite spontaneously. I should be here tomorrow with a new video destroying their religion further. It hurts them so much. It pains them so much, and I will keep going on. Deal with it, you savages. All right. If that is all, I would say I should be going home. I should be home already. I should have dinner now with my honorable, respectful, beautiful wife, with my family that I raised in a good manner, in a respectful manner, like a proper human, unlike you and what you have apparently been raised in. You barbarians, you scum. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your continued support. Thanks for being here. Sorry for having to deal with all of this. Thank you all so much. I love you, everybody. And I would say stay away from Islam, guys. Have a wonderful day.